Name is Zico, and you all know that I'm a cybersecurity professional, a pen tester, and a certified ethical hacker. So I wanted to show you something I did um, recently. Now, um, I tried creating a malware, a payload, which will tend to bypass Windows defenders and any antivirus firewalls and antivirus itself without being detected. So I created a tool. So and that tool was meant to do two purposes. One is to create um, the kind of payload I'm talking about now, and also to help to serve as a listener for those who understand what I'm saying. So, and I was able to create the malware and payload. So I'm going to show you now. I created for my screen here. You can see that there's this highlighted um, malware highlighted file here called duba underscore 2020, which I created. This is the file I created. This is the particular payload I created with that tool to actually do to actually bypass firewall and antivirus itself. So I'm going to be trying it now for you to be able to understand something that they are actually payloads, they are actually malwares that can bypass what do you call it? That can bypass antivirus, that can bypass firewalls, that can also bypass anything self security purpose itself. So and this is based on some certain things which I've been able to notice, and that's why I'm trying to make you understand this now. That you may have all the old security gadgets, but if they are not properly, if you may have all the old security gadgets, but if there are still flaws and misconfigurations like that, this security which you think, like this antivirus you think, may have their own certain flaws and they may have their own certain issues itself. So it does not simply mean that when you have all the best firewalls, the good firewalls itself, it will stop your system to be from being hacked itself. So this is a file. Let's go ahead. Enough of talking. So before I execute this file to test, I will go online to actually scan to look for a online website or web application that enables us to actually scan any file with various antivirus itself. So we have online services like that that will help us try our file with various antivirus and see the different results we have. One of it is this vscan.org. Sorry about that. So I'm going to test this file. I'll translate to English. I'll test this file to with this particular online service and see what result is going to go. It's going to take the file and going to scan it with all antivirus itself, at least 48 of them itself. So, and when it scan it, we're going to see the results. If now we should be expecting something, we should be expecting this the result of each antivirus to either give us if this particular file is clean or not clean, or if it's malicious in nature itself. So that is what it's going to give us. So whether is in summary is going to give us a positive or negative. We are expecting either of the two. So we should be able to know about that. So let me pick up the file. So I have it here. I'm going to pick it up. It's going to upload it. Now you could see it has actually scanned it already. So it has scanned it over 48 antivirus, and only 4 was able to detect that it's actually a malicious file itself. So we now have, these are the 4 we see: ESET, 1AV, Icarus, and FPROT. Why the others have a positive result for the file simply means that they actually consider the file being clean and not malicious in nature. So one of the notable antivirus we have here is AVG, And we also can see AVG here. You can see Avas here. And if you go down, Avira is there too. Yes, we have Commodore. For those who use Commodore, Avas, and so on. So I'm going to go down. So here we have Avira, and we have Kaspersky, we have Fortinet, and so on and so forth. So they all, this antivirus actually consider it this same file being clean, this same malware or this same payload being clean. So and why we have four which consider it what not being clean. So let's do something now. We are going to execute this. So we have seen it that it's only four antivirus that consider it malicious in nature. So let's see, even though we didn't see Microsoft Defender, Windows Defender among the list, so we are going to try it here to see if also Microsoft Windows Defender actually consider it being clean. And one thing you should know is that for those who already notice how the antivirus works, once you execute a malicious file on your system that has an antivirus or a firewall, it's going to do what? It's going to stop it and give you an alert that this particular file is malicious in nature. So that same thing is what we are going to see here, if it's going to give us that alert. Now, let's get back. You see from here, we have our Windows Defender active, ticking green. All of them ticking green. Virus and threats protection, account protection, firewall, and network all ticking green. Simply means that they are all active itself, waiting to catch any file, waiting to scan any file that is malicious in nature, and also alert us about those files and also stop it itself. And most times they always, once they alert us, they will eventually delete the file automatically. So you can now see that it's active here. So let's do one thing. So when we execute this now, when we execute Duba, what we should expect is that if it's malicious in nature, this particular Windows Defender is going to stop it and it's going to tell us that it's malicious in nature. So if it's not, it's not going to give us any alert. So and the same way I've actually, before I execute this, I will also have my listener open at my attacking machine. So I'm going to minimize this to, I will minimize this. So let me minimize this and also bring out my machine here. So so I'm going to minimize that and bring up my attacking machine here. So I'm going to set up a listener to wait for this. So like I said, I already have the tool already, which I created to create that particular malware. So, and that same tool is going to help me to listen for incoming connection. So, and based on the port which I used to create that payload, the port is 2020, so I'm going to use that same for my listener. So we have it here, waiting for a connection. I'll minimize it a bit and bring it to this side so that we can have two windows, both the Windows machine one side and that of the attacking machine at the other side. So it's already waiting for a connection. So the next thing we're going to do now is just to double click. Remember, the Windows Defender is active. As you can see from here, it's active already. So we are going to execute that Duba to see if it's going to catch it or give us any alert. So I'll click on it twice, and you can see that it didn't give us any alert. I've clicked on it. Now if you look at the other end, from the right end, you should see connection alerts from what? From this. Now connection alerts simply means I've already gotten a connection by clicking Duba, and Duba was not detected by Windows Defender. So it considered it what clean. So it's part of that, part of those antivirus that considered it clean itself. So to confirm that we are already in the machine, we will just do list. So we have the machine to be 192.168.8105. So this is a machine which we already have connection and which we have already hacked. So let's confirm from the Windows machine if it's the same IP address. So we are going to do what? ipconfig for those who know. So you could see that the result here, the IP of this Windows machine is 192.168.8105, which is also same thing with what we have in our Turkey machine. Simply means we are there. So another way to confirm, if you type who is on this Windows machine here, you should see the result here. So I'm going to type who is here. Before I type who is, I'm going to do interact. I'm going to interact with that machine. So I'll pick one. Then I'm going to type who am I. That is what I typed. Now you can see the same result. Desktop-2F3MBQN. There's echo. Same thing you see in the Windows machine itself. So let's go further to confirm more. If you put dir arrow, you should see the result is going to give us. You should see the files. So it shows that we are already in picture folder. So you can see the various file which it gives us in that particular place itself. So I'm going to drag this a bit downwards for us to see. So drag it so you can see the file here. So let's confirm that. Let's now confirm on from picture. You can see same files. This is picture folder, and on the victim machine and on the attacker machine we are in pictures folder. So we have camera roll, fog, save, picture, tuber 2022, similar to everything we have here. So you can see that this malware payload actually bypassed what Windows Defender. So thank you very much. I'll be showing more about this particular payload which I created with the tool which I also created to make that payload bypass the antivirus.